So speedrun route for this game starts out in Concrete Man stage. Concrete Shot is a very powerful weapon. Hits hard, and it can be used to make platforms to help Mega Man get through the stages more easy. This game has very little in the way of mash-heavy sections. These elephants here in Concrete Man stage are just about the only time in Mega Man 9 that you'll see our runners have to mash something down quickly. There's a couple other smaller instances, but this is really all it is, for the most part, for mashing. In Mega Man 9, there's no sliding like you might see in some other Mega Man games. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. But we do not slide in Mega Man 9, we just walk briskly towards our enemies. Looks like both of our runners are entering Concrete Man at around the same time. So we're gonna buster down Concrete here. From what I understand, you want him to dash so he's not up in the air so much. The longer he's up in the air, the less uptime you have on Concrete. So you want him to stay down and look to the ground as much as you possibly can. But I mean, it's RNG for the most part. Ooh, low on health, Charlie. Nice. Good kill, both runners. So as you see in the little demonstration here, Concrete can be used to make a platform. Moving on to Magma Man stage. There's very little in the way of zips and such that you might see in earlier Mega Man titles, like Mega Man 1, Mega Man 1 and 2 especially. This stage has probably the most of that going on. You'll see some runners attempt some magma beam skips later on in the level. Ooh! Getting that second beam to freeze there, it's a really tight window. I'm rarely ever able to make it myself. We got the dragon takes 5 shots from Concrete. Charlieboy gets him on the first swoop. Zax following closely behind. Also, mentioning zips, with Concrete you can freeze an enemy, and you see how the concrete block lands on top of him. You can jump out of that, and the game will push Mega Man out to the left or right, whichever way you're moving. And it gives you just like a couple pixels of extra movement, which in a game where movement is as tight as this, it means a lot if you can get it. Final beam is that skip there is you got to get it right on the perfect pixel to just skip through there if you can. Heading into Magma Man. Magma Man is another boss we're gonna buster down. You can get 3 shots on him for every jump, but it's pretty tight. And you kind of want to stay close to him to maximize your uptime. Charlieboy and Zax both doing a good job here. The third hit, it takes a while to nail it down. Charlieboy gets him down. Zax following closely behind. Nice. Ends right in the middle of the room where you want to be. That way, you skip a walking animation to the center of the room. So you kind of want to kill all the bosses as close to the center of the arena as you can. Save for the bosses in the Wily Castle. Moving on to Galaxy Man. You might see paths diverge here. I'm not sure what route Zax takes. At this point, you can go to either Hornet or Galaxy. Looks like we're both going to Galaxy here. Hornet Shot. I think it's Hornet Shot. Buzz Hornet. I can't remember the name of it. Excuse me. That can get you out of a bind in this stage. You'll see here in a moment these little helicopter dudes will grab Mega Man and kind of, yeah, you'll see Charlieboy come up on one here. Excuse me. So if you're in a situation where one of these helicopters is going to run you into some spikes, you can switch to Hornet real quick, and Hornet will home in on it and kill it for you. So that's a little bit of a safety strat you might see some runners use here in Mega Man 9. Nice. Nice kill on that Met from Zax. That can be a little tricky one to get the hang of. Charlie getting held up on the portals just a moment there. Might give Zax a little bit of time to catch up. Maybe Mustard too. Anyway. Really close race right now. I like it. Yeah, if you're not careful, that little helicopter dude will grab you. It's like second to last vertical line right there that he comes down. You can go to the left and have the helicopter grab you, but it is a risky strat if you're not used to it. Oh no! Alright, Charlieboy coming into the boss room. Both runners opting to not deal with the risky strat. I don't blame you. I avoided it for a long time myself. Alright, Zax coming into Galaxy. Oh, we get a frozen feed here. What happened? I'm gonna refresh. Okay, looks like we might have had some connectivity issues there on Charlieboy, but looks like you made it through Galaxy. Zax still right on his tail. Alright, now we're going to Hornet Man stage. I think Hornet Man is probably my favorite level to run in this game. Just simply because for the most part, save for the mini-boss, it's just really consistent. Like, you can pretty much expect the same thing to happen every time. I don't know, it just feels good. I don't know how else to explain it. So these little machines will shoot orbs at you, depending on where you're standing, and you have to manipulate them to destroy the floor under you so you can get through. Ooh. Okay, here is the mini-boss, and there's a lot of RNG associated with this. You want him to be, or her, whatever, you want the flower to be in one of the top two platforms. Ooh. Both not getting the desired position for the flower. Ooh, Zaxdar having some trouble. Nice. Got it. See how concrete was used there to make a platform out of that little flower? You can skip climbing that ladder using that method. Zax sealing with these platforms. Looking good. Here we are on Hornet Man. There's a few different ways to get a pretty quick kill on Hornet. But for the most part, you just want to shoot the Magma Bazooka to where all 3 of the shots contact him at the same time. And all 3 will do damage. Ooh. Ooh, Zax! Nicely done, nicely done. So we should be going to Jewel Man now. Unlike a lot of other Mega Man titles, nicely done, Zaxdar. Unlike a lot of other Mega Man titles, like say for instance, Mega Man 3, when you do Needleman stage, after you defeat Needleman, you get the Rush Jet, or I think I can't remember what it is for 4 or other. I think you get the jet for Airman, for doing Airman in Mega Man 2. Regardless, things are a little bit different in Mega Man 9. You don't get Rush Jet until you complete 5 Robot Master stages. So the route here will diverge a little bit, but in the end, we want to have Rush Jet for Splash Woman, for Plug Man, and Tornado Man stage. They use Rush Jet heavily. So we're coming up on Cheese Ball here. You want Cheese Ball to be as far right as you can get. That's a really good position. If he's over on the left side, you've got to spend a few extra seconds walking back across the room. And hey, we're speedrunning here. We want to save as much time as we can. Tiny blue robot, I'm sweating just watching. Ooh, yeah. My hands were sweating. Like I was playing and I was in that position. Ooh. Alright, let's see if Zaxdar gets a good pattern on Cheese Ball. Middle of the room, not too bad. Certainly not the worst that could happen, by far. Ooh. Okay. No! Charlie. That was another clinch moment. Alright, so this fight, you can do a number of ways to get Jewel Man down quickly. But basically, every time you jump, Jewel Man's going to jump. So you want to position your Black Hole Bomb in a way where you can make him be close to it as many times as possible. Let's see what Zaxdar does here. So if you notice, every time he jumps, very good, Zaxdar. Nicely done. Alright, we're moving on to the Plugman stage. So there's a ton of Yoku blocks in this stage. And if you know anything about Mega Man speedrunning, you should know that speedrunners, they don't do Yoku blocks. However, the Yoku blocks are on a stage-wide timer in this level, meaning that if you get held up at any point in the level, you're not going to have the blocks appearing in the patterns that you want them to appear in. So you want to get up to the first section as quickly as you possibly can, so that, at least how I play, I know where everything's going to appear. Every time I'm in this stage and things, like say if I take a damage in the first section that I didn't mean to take, it always throws me off and I almost always end up dying and losing the run here. For the longest time, Plugman was where Sozaman runs went to die. Switching back to Jet. Gonna use that here in the last section of the level. Now, if you see, Zaxdar went to Splash Woman. He has the weapon for Splash Woman. So that's no biggie. Taking the safe strat here. I don't blame you. I goofed on the quick bubble during my race. This room that Zaxdar is in is, if things don't go just the way you want them to, you can lose a good chunk of time by accidentally falling into spikes or falling through and having to do the room again. Then you're out of rush jet ammo. Oh no! Plugman stage strikes again. We could see Zaxdar catch up. Zaxdar at Splash Woman. This fight is pretty much always the same every time you go into it. Sometimes the Hornets don't do exactly what you want them to do. Getting the quick kill on Splash Woman is very tight, but Zaxdar did a really good job there. Alright, Charlieboy coming up on the Plugman fight. When you use the Jewel Satellite, he has a few patterns he can do. The one you don't want, at least the one I don't want, is where he stays at the far right side of the room. You want him to jump into the middle because that's where you want to be when the fight finishes. You can just stand there at his foot, hit Jewel Satellite a few times, and boom, you're done. Nicely done, Charlie. Now we've got Zaxdar coming into Plugman. Alright, Zaxdar getting a good first couple of rooms there. We got Charlieboy moving on to Splash Woman. Oof, falling between those spikes always scares me. If you notice, Mega Man's movement underwater is a little floaty. You can actually jump up when coming up on some ledges to kind of get down to the ground quicker and under some other ledges a little bit. It's something Handsome Jack had to enlighten me on when I was first getting into running this game. Oh, we missed the rush jet. Gotta be quick. Oh no! Zaxdar getting the preferred Plugman pattern. Nicely done. Yes. Charlieboy taking the safe route there. That ladder, when you're riding Rush Jet up like that, like it can be really scary because you don't think you're close enough. It's almost like a Stunt Rooster says, like Mega Man grabs it with his fingertips. Alright, we are in the Tornado Man stage now with Zaxdar. This is the only Robot Master left, so Zaxdar's got a little bit of a lead over Charlieboy at this point, but this run ain't over yet. Wily Castle is something else. So we're going to take Rush Jet at the bottom of the spikes and little battery platforms here. And you've got to shoot to the music, man. You got to. You gots to. Charlieboy completing Splash Woman, and he should be moving on to Tornado Man now. All right, both runners in the final Robot Master stage. Oh, interesting strategy from Zaxdar there. I kind of adopted... Oh, nice! There is an E-tank hidden behind that cloud right there for some of you folks who may not have known what he just did. That last platform is really scary right there. You can actually walk off of it holding right and land on the bottom platform, but it's like, it's so nerve-wracking that I get anxious about it like every time it's coming up. Plus, these platforms here, if you're not careful, you can jump too far. I've died right there in front of the boss door quite a few times. Zaxdar coming in to Plugman now. Or excuse me, not Plugman, Tornado Man. Nicely done. Alright, Zaxdar coming up on the first Wily stage with Charlieboy following closely behind. Hopefully he gets a good pattern here. Can close the gap. Nice! So, at the beginning of this first Wily stage here, the enemies that fly out of the holes and the birds, their position is based on your movement to the start of the level here, so you kind of want to be consistent every time or it can throw you off. I've been hit and fell into pits many a time. You can use Jewel Satellite to comfortably go through that first little section. It does, of course, cost you a little bit of menu time. But overall, a solid strategy, especially for a race event like this. Okay, Zaxdar is going to be coming up on the dragon fight. Using the concrete stats that we saw in Magma Man level, Charlieboy now making his way through Wily 1. Zax is going to freeze this concrete, or this magma beam here. That is a very safe and effective way to get through there. Doesn't lose you very much time versus using Rush Jet. Calling Rush Jet at the top of that ladder, I find it's a little bit tricky to get the rhythm down on it. I'm not very consistent on it myself, but you might see some other runners do it here in the race. Nicely done on the Flame Dragon by Charlieboy. He's staying on Rust Jet, so we might see... Oh, no, excuse me, he's on Coil. Oh, there you go. That's not a bad idea either. Oh, nice! I don't think I've seen that done that way before. Very cool. We're at the pushers now. Ooh. Okay. Zaxdar gets to the pushers. So these pushers, if you see they're shooting on their end, you mashing as fast as possible is not what you want to do here. There's a rhythm to it. If you're mashing as fast as possible, you're going to be wasting shots. So you just kind of have to feel it out. But there's a bunch of different strategies I've seen done here. I personally switched to plug ball after killing 7 of the pushers, a strategy that I picked up from Slurpy Ninja. I've seen Handsome Jack use... oh no! I've seen Handsome Jack use Tornado Blow after, I think, killing 10 of the pushers. And you can do it in a way that the tornado will blow all 4 of these spikes back to the pushers and kill them all simultaneously for the last 4 kills. Oh, this section is so nerve-wracking. Wily 2. Got another not ideal pattern for the flower. Charlie on pushers now. Let's see. Looking good here. Nicely done. Pusher's gonna push, man. Pusher's always gonna push. So Zaxdar is coming up on the worst jump in the game, probably the biggest run killer of all. Is this jump you have to do right here. You can see where the green block is. I'm pretty sure he's going to tiptoe it. I should have tiptoed it in my race against Soren. Nicely done. Alright, Charlieboy making his way. There's a lot of different strats I see done in Wily 2, and it's a very tricky stage to nail down. There's a lot that can go wrong. There's a lot of sticky situations you can get in. A lot of instant death. Charlie playing it safe using Rush. That jump, if you're not just where you need to be, your foot will hit the edge of that spike wall, and that will be the end of that timeline for that Mega Man. Having some rough luck with the flower patterns for both runners. So the Shark's weakness is Trident. A lot of runners use Trident here to kind of jump up and wiggle back and forth to take out those nodes. Ooh, and an unfortunate death for Zax. Oh, Charlie scared me with that jump. I use Tornado on the middle section. You can just kind of cheese it. Just hold left and spam the shoot button, and Mega Man will just take out those little nodes. However, that leaves you without Tornado for Wily 3, which a lot of runners use in the final section of the level. Because I use Tornado, I end up using Trident in that section. We'll see what our runners end up doing, since both of them, or excuse me, since Zax used his trident on the middle section of the shark there. Let's see. Charlie is kind of low on health. There is a big health power-up hidden behind that W. You need to use a Hornet to get it. But looks like Charlie is going in. Hopefully he's cautious in that middle section. Ooh, you're scaring me, Charlie. Charlie! Oh, we're gonna E-Tank. Okay. That will leave him without an E-Tank for the Wily fight, which... a lot can go wrong in that Wily fight, so hopefully things go well for him. Zaxdar coming up on... or excuse me, going through one of the anti-gravity sections of Wily 3. There's a tricky jump right here. You can take a damage boost and get through it. Oh, he uses jet. Ooh, nice. This section coming up with the two Joes is pretty tricky as well. If you're really fast, you can get through without taking too much damage. So if you come into one of the anti-gravity sections while Mega Man is coming down from a jump, it'll actually pull you down at the start of the screen. So that's why you saw a little bit of Mega Man going towards the ground there. Oh, ooh, I've never seen this before. Wow. Woo, Zax. Alright, so Zax is using Tornado here. Nicely done. I agree. Polytopes. Alright, so Zaxdar coming up on the Twin Devil. There is a way for you to get this devil in one cycle. It's pretty tricky to nail down. Let's see how our runners do here. Looks like he might have missed the first hit. Alright, so we're gonna get a 2 cycle here. Unfortunately, that's, I believe it's like a 18, 19, 20 second loss. If you don't get the 1 cycle devil. It is kind of tricky to nail down, like I said before, but once you can get it, it feels good when you can do it in a run, for sure. Alright, Zaxdar finishing up Wily 3. There's 1 stage left. And Charlie is not far behind at all. If he can nail down the 1 cycle here, it will close the gap quite a bit. No, unfortunately, he does not get it. It's okay, though. Anything can happen. We've still got Casino. We've still got refights. Zaxdar taking a refill there. Don't blame you. Safe stuff. Oh, we got swoops. We got swoops. Swoops is the pattern you want for Galaxy Man. Otherwise, he's going to spend a few seconds up in the air, and you're going to spend a few seconds on the ground frustrated. Alright, coming up to Plugman. Let's see if he gets a good pattern here. Another good pattern. Now you can just stand there, hit the shield. Nice. Charlie, not far behind at all. Still anybody's game. So this is the pattern for Tornado Man that you do not want. Zax handles it well. Oh no, he missed the refill. That might come back to bite him a little bit. I can't remember if he used the M tank or not. But you want to have as much concrete as you can. At least I do, going into the Wily fight. Galaxy Man not being nice, but we got him. Nice kill on Hornet there by Zax. Solid Jewel Man kill. Charlie getting the Tornado Bro. Oh, not quite Tornado Bro, but a pretty good Tornado friend. Alright, Concrete Man is the final refight here. And he's much easier to take down with Trident than he is Buster. Alright. Zaxdar facing off against Wily. Let's get some Bless RNG if we can. The final phase of this fight can be so unfair. Alright. Form 2, the mouth, you have to hit right inside the mouth with concrete. If you've ever got problems with dinosaurs, shoot concrete at them, as well as if black holes seem to open up near you, shoot concrete at them. You'll plug them right up. Still can be anyone's game. Alright, on the final phase of Wily here for Zax. Charlieboy coming up on... Ooh, Wily not being too nice for Zax. Oh, and he got him! GG's for Zaxdar. Nicely done. Charlieboy not far behind at all. We're gonna have to switch over to Buster to finish. What is that? So with the Magma Bazooka, if you can shoot the mouth, like when you're right up on it, it'll do 2 points of damage versus the 1 that Buster does. Alright, Charlieboy, let's bring it home. Good guy Wily, all of a sudden. What are you doing? Okay. Nice. Ooh. Ooh. Does he still have an E-tank? No! Highly unfortunate death for Charlieboy. Dying there means that you've lost some ammo. So fighting again is going to take quite a bit longer, most likely. Okay. Ooh, getting low on magma as well. I believe, Charlie. I believe. Let's get some bless RNG for Charlie. Come on. Be good, Wiley. No, Charlie. Charlie not taking no for an answer. Wiley, you're going down, dude. That's right, Sasha. We'll say Charlie is showing some very good Buster-only skills for this. This final boss is not to be trifled with. Personally, I've seen quite a few PB and even world record attempts go bad just because of this boss not being a cool dude. Nice dodge there, Charlie. Wiley being unforgiving. I believe, Charlie. Oh my gosh. My hands are sweating watching this. Woohoo! Yeah, this is the worst casino I've seen in a while. Not for Charlie, but for the RNG. Oh no. Is that a game over? Oh, Charlie. Tough break, man. I'm sorry. Now we've got a forfeiture from Charlie. Good show, though. GG's for both runners. All right. So we are doing best 2 of 3 here. So we will be starting up another race here in just a moment. Zax, a man of culture. Mega Man 9 is the best behind Mega Man 3. I totally agree. Rockman and Bass goes in on a shelf where you can just display it and look at it, but not really play it ever. I'm kidding. It's an enjoyable game. It's just not for me. All right, our runners are taking a really quick break. We'll be ready to go here again in just a moment. Because Mega Man 9 is represented by penguins, and Mega Man 10 is represented by the sleepy sheep. All right, looks like we are about ready to go again.